So, Static Will just hit 100,000 on Instagram, which congratulations, and posted this Draw This in Your Style challenge of their little Space Girl character. And of course, I had to give it a shot. For those of you that don't know Static Will, they're a fellow artist on Instagram and YouTube who mainly post drawings from their sketchbook. They do a lot of character design videos and seem to be a lover of acrylic markers as they use them quite a lot in their videos. Actually, their constant use of acrylic markers is what inspired me to try them myself, and honestly, I like them more than I thought I would. If you ask me their favorite video, I think it's definitely the gesture design video. I don't know why, but I love that design. Oh, and also the kind of Arttober one they did where they drew SpongeBob drying out on the beach. I really like that spread. But anyways, they're a cool artist, so you should definitely check them out. I'll leave their channel linked in the description below. And okay, for the actual drawing, some of you may recognize this pose if you just so happen to watch my starting a new sketchbook video for the sketchbook. In fact, statistically, if you're already subscribed to me, you've probably have seen it. It's like one of my most popular videos by far. But anyways, in that video, I tested a few different composition ideas, and one of them was the shooting pose. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is the perfect pose for this. I already knew this would be my first full proper spread in the sketchbook because no way was this fitting on just one page. And gonna be honest, I thought blocking this out would be a lot harder than it was, but for the most part, the sketch went actually pretty quickly and smoothly. I did cheat just a little and erase his second hand because I really was on the mood to figure it out. But other than that, I did not cheat. I drew the full pose. Once the sketch was done, I did think about using alcohol markers, but I knew it would bleed through onto the page I liked underneath this, which I did not want. And since this is a Static Will Draw This in Your Style challenge, I was like, I should totally use acrylic markers since they seem to love them so much. So I pulled out my jusart acrylic markers. Thankfully, I basically had all the colors I needed besides the gun. It's more of a yellow-green, which I didn't have, but other than that, everything else was pretty close. Well, basically everything besides also the skin tone. So fair warning, right now, when I color the skin, I use this much more dull color as a skin tone, which normally is fine because I prefer muted colors. But I don't really have muted colors for acrylic markers, so the skin tone ends up looking way too muted, but it's okay. I ended up fixing it off camera all the way at the end when I realized it really needed to be changed. Once I had the base colors down, I was feeling a tad bit nervous because I wasn't really liking it, but I just took a deep breath and was like, okay, what can I do to fix it? I realized I just felt like it was too flat, so I knew I had to do some sort of shading. I noticed in the reference photos, they used blue and pink for like their shading. Now, don't ask me how the shading works because I have no clue. I more or less did a 1-for-1 because I suck at color theory. But what matters is that it did make it look a whole lot nicer. Once I finished the character, I moved on to the gun, which I'd been putting off. It actually wasn't that difficult to put together. It went rather smoothly. I'm pretty happy with that the little circle thing came out. I don't know what it is, but it sure does look neat. I knew I wanted the gun to be shooting, and then I would include some text where the shooting was. I honestly had no clue how to make it look, so I just mixed the colors I had been using, and thankfully, it came out looking good. I will say, writing Draws in Your Style took multiple layers. It layered fine over most of the colors, but I think the green or teal color I used ended up being super persistent and continues to stick out underneath them. I gave up after a few layers, but honestly, I think it looks fine. I also added some last minute emoticons to fill up all the empty space. Okay, and that's it. I think the spread came out looking pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. Congrats again to Static Will on 100k Instagram followers. In my next video, I plan on making a PNG tuber actually, so if that sounds interesting or you like this video, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Comment what your favorite Static Will video is. I've finished like all their videos multiple times. But anyways, okay, bye-bye.